What if I told you that Quant and also Ripple with XRP are now cornering the $7.5 trillion per day market, which is, of course, the foreign exchange market? Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. Overall, as we do look at finance, we know that it's changing. We know that DLT, blockchain, tokenization, all of that kind of stuff is a big piece of it. But a lot of people are kind of confused on how all of this will work because, again, you got to remember there is a lot of people that are new to this space. They don't really understand it. It's a lot of information to digest and also take in. So let's actually talk about what's going on. Well, a fundamental change is here. The entire financial system as we know it is changing. We know that we haven't really bounced back since '08. In fact, we just kind of inflated the market and, propped things up, trying to save time for us to really innovate and change things. Today, we're going to be talking about Quant, specifically Quant Network with Qnt, and we're going to be talking about Ripple with XRP, and we are going to be addressing the largest market out there, which is, of course, the FX market at $7.5 trillion per day. Like, this is insane, and we've talked about it in the past, but I don't think that we've gone this deep into it. So we are going to start off here with the UK Finance announces new regulated liability network experimentation phase. Now, for those out there that don't know about the RLN, this was a experimentation that a lot of people were saying like, oh, well, this completely replaces XRP. It completely replaces all these utility projects. I told you that they're going to phase them out, blah, blah, blah. And it's a lot of talk from a lot of people that don't actually do research. It's kind of comical to me. But anyways, within this, we could see, let me zoom in for you guys. We could see down here that the UK RLN is envisaged as a common platform for innovation across multiple forms of money, including existing commercial bank deposits and a shared ledger for tokenized commercial bank deposits. And if we actually look at all of the players involved here, the firms currently involved in this work are Barclays, Citi, HSBC, Lloyds Banking Group, MasterCard, NatWest, Nationwide, Santander, Standard Chartered, Virgin Money, and also Visa. Now, the technology is going to be supported by EY and Linklaters and a technology team of R3, Quant, DXC, and Qnt. So as we look at this, this is confirmation that Quant is being tapped in heavily here. And we can see them say some of the potential benefits to customers, businesses, and the wider UK economy include giving users more options to manage their payments, and enhanced fraud mitigations, and improved settlement capabilities. And we could see a full breakdown of this here. We could also see some of the projects, the experimentation phase being talked about, but also a project from the BIS and the Bank of England, specifically Project Rosalind, where Quant was the big driver of the API gateway. It was the one that was actually connecting everything. It was the crucial foundation piece for that project. And we have customer and business benefits, exploration of foundational capabilities, aligning with the BIS and the Bank of England's Project Rosalind experiments for an application programming interface for a possible digital pound. And then we have technical feasibility, the legal framework as well. Again, all talking about a shared ledger settlement system, really kind of going back to even Project Enbridge from the BIS. And then we have a quote from the UK Finance. We are delighted to bring together several of our members to explore an inclusive design for all digital money. It's important that the UK financial community works in close collaboration with the public sector stakeholders to explore our common objective to equip the UK with the world-leading financial infrastructure. Our work is designed to inform the best way forward for all forms of regulated digital money. And then, of course, we have the Chief Technology Officer at Barclays. It is great to see the financial services industry collaborating to push the envelope of payments innovation. We hope these experiments will provide insights into how a common platform for innovation could enhance customer experiences with new payments functionality and also mitigate the risk of fragmentation in retail payment markets. And of course, Citi, the RLM project is an opportunity for the UK to become a world leader in the design of the next generation value transfer systems. Shared ledger technology has the potential to bring about 24/7 multi-asset programmable settlement venues that can support the emerging needs of the rapidly developing digital economy. If you want to dominate this cycle and absolutely crush it with profits, you need to go and check out the new course that I just dropped. And the best part is that it's completely free. That's right, it's completely free. There's going to be a link down in the description below. Go and get this course right now before the market goes absolutely parabolic. Then HSBC. HSBC is committed to exploring more efficient and secure payment alternatives to benefit our customers and to ensure customer privacy and safety. During this experimentation phase, we are actively working with UK partners to build the regulated liability network for both retail and also wholesale use cases, and believe the RLN can accelerate payment innovation in the UK market. We look forward to working with the RLN community to continue this journey. And we even have Lloyd's Banking Group here, MasterCard, NatWest, Santander. Like, these are heavy hitters that are telling you, like, listen, we are now starting to see enormous innovation. Like, here's from Visa themselves. Over the last 2 decades, there has been enormous innovation and change on the front end of payments, with fast, flexible, and frictionless solutions now widely available. However, in many instances, settlement remains less immediate and is typically constrained by siloed ledgers and batch processes. And that's where RLN comes into play. Like, we're now starting to see the full-on modernization of complete nations like the UK. The UK's financial system as we know it is going through a massive change, and it is including with, Quant, R3, and some pretty big players. Now, outside of RLN, I brought this up because of this. We have the BIS Innovation Hub. Project Meridian FX will demonstrate how RTGS operators could enable interoperability between their systems and new technologies such as DLT, while offering innovative solutions to challenges in FX transactions. Now over here we have from Quant, the future of money, diverse and interoperable. And this is from March of this year. If we actually scroll down, we see CBDCs being brought up in conversation, right? But if we scroll down a little bit more to tokenized deposits, commercial stablecoins, and even tokenized real-world assets, we see under stablecoins the FX market being discussed here. We know that Ripple is exploring their stablecoin, right? RLUSD, which is just Ripple USD. We know that as we look at the FX market, it is plagued by a lot of inefficiencies. And we have consumer payments are a key use case for blockchain technology, but we're seeing many financial institutions leveraging blockchain for business payments, such as cross-border settlement, moving money between corporate entities, repatriating funds from emerging markets, or facilitating FX transactions. This could be done using stablecoins, which for its atomic settlement capability significantly removes the risk of price fluctuation. Now, again, I've talked about how the stablecoin is actually beneficial for XRP. A lot of people say like, oh, the stablecoin is going to replace it. No, it's going to do the complete opposite. When I look at Quant, I do look at Quant still as a major connector. I don't look at them as a competitor to what Ripple was doing. In fact, already within the UK, we know that Ripple was tapped in heavily through the Bank of England, and we now also know that Quant was tapped in heavily with the Bank of England. These are the only 2 players from the space of my knowledge that are tied back to the Bank of England through a lot of these POC trials and through things like, for an example, atomic settlement between 2 RTGS systems and even interlinking for settlement. So these 2, in my opinion, play a crucial role in the evolution of the UK's financial system. Also remember that both Quant and Ripple are also on the Digital Pound Foundation, exploring specific use cases around CBDCs together. Now, beyond this, over here from enterprises, even under this breakdown of this, we have a ton of use cases, right? We have some projects as well, supply chain, payments. This is faster FX. FX payments are constantly being talked about, even in terms of financial institutions. If we scroll down, we can see, some breakdowns here, digital currencies, payments, again, faster FX being mentioned under financial institutions, even global markets. Again, this is a full breakdown of global markets and the coming revolution in cross-border settlement. This was March of 2022. If we look into this, we could see that the session explored how central bank digital currencies could be successfully established and optimized, how transactions in FX could work, and the considerations for cybersecurity, privacy, and regulations. FX and FX trades are going under they're experiencing a major change, right? And it's all through digitalization of the underlying infrastructure. We have Project Eura conducted transactions in a sandbox environment and effectively demonstrated cross-border settlement of tokenized assets and FX trades on a single DLT operated by a third party. This is the start of major change happening around the payment and financial sector. A lot of people are blinded right now. They're not awake at a time where you should be focused on these major initiatives and, what Quant has been focused on and what they have been building and doing. And remember, that even here you can see the Digital Pound Foundation's webinar was led by its policy lead, and this is participants included James Wallace, the Vice President of Central Bank Engagements and CBDCs at Ripple, Gilbert Verdian, CEO, Quant, and Head of Finance here. We also have Risk and Organization Development, SDX, and also the CEO of RTGS Global. As we really look at what's going on here, obviously, they are going to revolutionize FX markets, and it's all through CBDCs, stablecoins, and tokenization. I'm very, very excited about this. Again, everyone's focused on the price action of QNT. They're focused on the price action of XRP. They're not focused on the much bigger picture, and I get it, right? Like, we don't want to wait forever. This is long-term, though. In my opinion, QNT and XRP are both long-term holds in my portfolio. I always say, like, I'm not going to risk a significant portion of my portfolio holding, 70% of XRP or QNT in my portfolio right now, simply because I'm not expecting them to perform like massively. Because again, we're not in a utility-driven bull market, but I will have significant allocations in QNT and XRP for those days. I've talked about this in the past. These are long-term holds. These are investments that I could hold for the next 5-10 years if I have to. And I know that that's not easy to hear because, again, we're expecting price action immediately, but these are investments. These are not lottery tickets. Over here, we have nearly half of the $7.5 trillion daily Forex transactions take place in London. This is why I focus on the UK. This is why I focus on FX transactions. And this is why I focus on the connections that companies have. Ripple and Quant, like I said, are dominating in the UK. We know that Quant is centered in the UK. They are under the UK's technology stack as well. $7.5 trillion per day is a massive amount of money. This is why I focus on the FX market. And this is experiencing a significant change right now. Even over here, we have Project Meridian, FX, joint project by the Eurosystem and London Centers and the Bank of England to test synchronized settlement in FX. This is that project that, is tapped in with DLT and RTGS systems. And what's funny about this, right? It's so comical because what this is really focused on is how Meridian FX will also connect an RTGS system with a DLT-based settlement platform, testing how the SO could support interoperability between existing and new ledger technologies. And this is where we really kind of look at, all right, well, who's the player behind this? Because this is the synchronization operator. Well, this is an RTGS system that is built on DLT. Okay, it's utilizing DLT heavily. Even if we look at that, right? Here we have a full breakdown of how Quant will play a role. I'm sure the Quant community is all over this right now. Here we have TIPS Hashlink Solution, API Gateway. You have TIPS HL, Seller Cash Account, Buyer Cash Account. This is all through interoperability model between a generic market DLT platform and a payment system based on a DLT agnostic application programming interface, API approach. Now remember what that could be. This could very well be Ripple. The reason why I say that is because Ripple already has 90% of the FX market bagged. We know this. Here you have, with on-demand liquidity's expansion into nearly 40 payout markets around the world, representing a 90% of the FX market. Now, if we also think about what Ripple actually is, remember that Ripple is actually an RTGS system. Here you have RippleNet is a real-time gross settlement system, and this is reliant on the XRP ledger. It's built on the XRP ledger utilizing XRP. So if we think about what this Project Meridian really is, right? This could very well be the Ripple network being tied into Quant network through Overledger. This is pretty crazy because we even have here that Meridian FX will also connect an RTGS system with a DLT-based settlement platform, testing how the synchronization operator could support interoperability between existing and new ledger technologies. Again, we don't have confirmation of what DLT is being used, what RTGS system is being used here, but I'm speculating. In my opinion, as we really look at Ripple, as we look at Quant, these are the two projects that have been heavily tapped in within the UK region. And with RippleNet being an RTGS system with XRP underneath it, it is fully DLT, and this is around payment technologies. This is new payment technologies, and it's already if we go back to this trial over here, it's already achieved synchronization between two or other RTGS systems, but also improving the speed and efficiency of cross-border payments was the focus of this POC. When we think about that and we look at Meridian FX, this could be the perfect project for both Ripple and Quant to innovate on. If it's not Ripple, if Ripple's not even tied to this, we do know that Quant has a role to fill here. We know that Quant has been absolutely killing the game, and we already know that Quant is tapped in heavily with the RLN, which is probably one of the biggest experimentations right now with some of these big players already, which I did talk about. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.